pronounced BÖRN or BÖRN? Yeah. I can't do the rolling tongue very well, so yeah, that's the American version from me. Thank you. And
when we were in America, a lot of people pronounce it as Björn because of Björk, I'm guessing, and I'm like, no.
I have to admit, even when I first saw the name, I put that J in there because I lived in Sweden briefly, so I thought of the person's name, Björn. No, Shelley, that's not it. So maybe it's an American thing. And you have come over from Iceland. How did this happen? Because I think this is the first Icelandic band we've had in the Manchester punk scene in probably ever.
We played here before.
We played with another band called Döðublin, and that's how we met Tommy, who's one of the organizers. We played with his band Better Reality.
Okay, yes.
And so he got in touch with us to play this fest this winter. So
that's really great because I listened to you guys. I'm like, oh, they're a bit more post-punk, gothy, and then when you're on stage, I'm like, this is my goth days infused with my punk days. I love it. This is great. So you guys did really well with blending the styles.
That's what we want, Yeah.
And what are your influences? Where do they come from? What genres?
Like Vipers and Susie, of course.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that in
your
songs.
But like Vipers has been a lot of influence on all of us,
Yeah. And then like the old Icelandic punk bands like Vonbrigði. Yeah,
and
Purkupilnik.
There's like I think there are most of the good punk bands in Iceland in the 80s. They were like more post-punky, a little more like gothy or artsy. So that's kind of what we're drawing from a little bit.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I agree.
And one thing I've noticed is, and I've been to Iceland many times. I've never left your airport. I used to fly from America to Sweden and always had to change in Reykjavik. Gorgeous country, but you have a punk museum in a former public toilet.
Yep.
Yeah.
How is the punk scene there? Is there enough interest in that, or is it just one of those things that, it's quirky and people like it because it's quirky?
It's kind of complicated, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the punk museum is, I think a lot of people are just like, it's quirky and the history.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is a punk scene.
But I think most of the like old punks from the 80s have not been involved in punk for a long time. So, and the people that put together that museum are like people that were involved in punk in the 80s, but not really now. And even like they're punks, but they're not like into DIY punk or anything like that, So
They were like Ramones punks
a
type.
lot of them don't know what's happening in Iceland's punk, but then again, there's not a lot of happening in Iceland's punk.
That was my next question. Is there a scene?
There is. Yeah.
Ish.
I wouldn't call it a punk scene.
No, it's like a merge of like an underground music scene. I mean, next weekend, DIY scene. We're playing a festival next weekend called Northern Punk, which is not really, it's titled as a punk festival, but it's like a combination of many genres.
Yeah, there's only like a handful of punk bands, but it's mostly like black metal and experimental music and stuff like that.
But that's good to see that kind of a mix. That different
the scenes
music
are so small that we always have been mixed with other genres.
Yeah. And do you think I would imagine that's probably influenced your direction, how you create your music, or no?
I guess, I think maybe in the reverse, maybe a little bit, because you're like, you're in this mixed scene and people have, to me, people have like maybe weird ideas about punk, and to me it's like important to be like, I don't know, like to kind of put your foot down a little bit.
I mean, for us, we mostly like look at the old punks in like the 80s punk in Iceland, and then punk in like the mainland, you know, and America and Japan, you know, and South America, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's DIY never really came to Iceland in the 80s, so it's like it's kind of developed in like the late 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, it's, I don't know, like we get introduced to punk, I guess, in a different way than most people in Iceland get into punk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's not as obvious as here or me growing up in America. It was everywhere. The Ramones had a film when I was a kid, you know, made my poor father sit and watch it. But that was it. We knew it all. And you guys being a bit more removed, both from Scandinavia and other cultures, you developed your own, and it came at a different pace. So. One thing I noticed when you were on stage, two things. One, I love your hair. Really love that two-tone with it. Very much the fire. Oh! Kudos to you, because you did a beautiful job. I just kept looking good. I want that hair. No, orange wouldn't look good on me. I want that hair. Need to do it with more the purple and darker purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing I noticed is your intensity. You would get this look, and you were fierce and determined, and so I just kept going, wow, she's intense. Is that how you intend to come across, or?
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely, you know.
Yeah, because at the end, I think it was your last song, you just stood staring out above everyone's head in this very intense stare. It was great. It was disarming a bit, which I liked.
It's nice to hear, you know, because you never know like how people are gonna receive it, you know. But I'm like, this feels right, yeah, you know.
It definitely, I liked it. So, you have one fan of it. And how long have you guys been going then?
Since 2010, or like we
2010, 2011, the winter.
yeah, it started slowly, and our like first LP came out in 2014, 15, no 14, yeah. So from that, like we started playing more and more, and then we took a break. And yeah, we just released a new album in January. So.
And that was my next question. Tell me about the new album and how you came about doing it. Was there any one thing in particular, or just, you know, we've got these songs we've just written and we need to get them out? Was there something more?
Actually, it's been a really slow and difficult birth. We recorded the album first like a few years ago, but we did it like we were stressed.
We are going to move because it just started raining. Welcome to Manchester.
Yeah, we recorded it, but we were like in a rush. We weren't ready, and we didn't like the recordings. We were just like, no, it's not good enough. So we never released it. Then we just tried again, and just changed out some songs and like recorded ourselves, and yeah.
Yeah, I think it took like 3 tries or something.
Yeah, 3 tries.
Yeah, but we recorded it. The first time we recorded it was in like 2015, and you know, and then Anna moved abroad and got pregnant.
So you live abroad and have a totally different life now. Where do you live?
No, I live now in Reykjavik. It was just and just had a baby. It's now like 6 years old, so not a baby anymore. So that was had a little bit influence on like how much time.
Made a dent, you know.
How much time we had.
Yeah, but then we just did it again, and then we were finally happy with it, happy enough to release it.
And then it took forever for the pressing.
Yeah.
Because
The vinyl problems,
especially because it was made in America, and I think it took like 6 months or something for it to. More maybe.
More. It was like a year and a half or something.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Yeah, like from where we like gave Iron Lungs our recordings until like the album was out, that was like a year and a half.
That must have been a very long year and a half because you couldn't go back and say, I didn't like that. I want to change it.
Yeah.
You're just sitting waiting on
Sitting, waiting, and listening to it. Like, it's am I gonna like it still when it's released? Are other people gonna like it? And then the anxiety spirals come and go, and
Yeah, we're pretty sick of it.
Yeah, I imagine after all that time you probably are, but in a good way.
Not really, though. I was just kidding.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
really proud of it.
yeah.
And have you been touring because of it, aside from coming to Manchester?
No. I think we've only played like 2 shows since it came out. Really? Haven't we? 3.
I don't know.
2 or 3. I don't know. Not that many.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's like also because of COVID, like things have been slowed down, and also the music scene trying to pick things back up.
Yeah.
And also us,
Yeah,
And-
we're trying to get back into like rhythm and like getting the energy back.
You are not the first band to tell me this, so it's like, oh gosh, after COVID, we have to get that energy and get that us back. And
I've just been laying around on the couch playing Animal Crossing for like months and months, and so
COVID life. And did you have a lot of lockdowns in Iceland?
Not like total lockdowns, not like in the UK where people weren't allowed to go outside, but there was like gathering bans, the most it was I think it was like 10 people at most,
Yeah.
No, I think it was 10.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 10, like at the most, but like it kept fluctuating, and things kept opening up and closing back, and
So it's hard to plan shows.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, that you have this brand new album out and COVID and up and down with, can we play, can't we play, can we see people?
But during COVID, we got a new practice space that we could make really our own, and and that has helped a lot.
And what has been your favorite moment with the new album? Is there a favorite moment that you've had?
Receiving the package with all the albums,
I can imagine. There they are, finally.
Finally,
and
physical
listening
form.
to it for the first time,
physically.
Yeah, and being able to look at everything that you've done and
Yeah.
And like putting it on and listening and being like, okay, it's good. It's still good. Like I really like it. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it sounds. Because earlier we said you worry all this time that you're gonna listen to the record after a year and a half and then oh my god, this record sucks.
you're not. I know of a band who did that. They recorded an album, lockdown hit, so they never got it printed. And during lockdown, all of them just kind of went, no, we don't like this. They went in and re-recorded the whole thing. So, but it came out much better, just like with you guys. And they're really proud of it, like you guys are with yours. So sometimes that is the best thing. What's next for the band? Do you have any big plans?
we are playing this festival in Iceland. Next week.
Next weekend.
Yeah, so that's next up.
That's the next plan we have.
No tours planned or anything.
No. It's kind of hard because for me, I'm in school. That's like studying something. It takes all my time.
Yes, definitely. You need to go out when it's break time from school, and And where can people buy your merchandise? Bandcamp, or do you have a website?
Yeah, Bandcamp. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's best to, like, we have shirts and stuff. You can contact us through Bandcamp, but like for records, it's better to get in touch with Iron Lung Records.
Oh, but it's sold out in Iron Lung Records. Yeah. But like various distros have them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of distros in Europe that have them. Like I can't remember off the top of my head like which one have them, but
Yeah. Just look online.
look online.
Yeah, Google it.
Google it, and we'll give you the Bandcamp address here, just in case you can message them to find it in your local country. And I want to thank you very much, and I'm really glad we went under the little umbrella. Who would know in Manchester it would start raining?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a shock.
Iceland or something, you know.
I mean, except it's warm.
Except it's warm and the rain is coming from down. You know, it's coming down, not vertical or up. You know.
Yes, I think all the times I flew there, it must have been about a dozen times I flew through there. Once it was clear and I could look down and go, oh, what pretty mountains. I need to visit this country. So, yeah, I get that. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate your time and hope to see you back here again.
Yeah.
Thank you.